people, it's Tracy right here today, and I am working on days 9 and 10 of my December daily, and I wanted to show you where I started, how I corrected, and why I corrected before I started getting into this. I've been reading your comments in the comment section about how you're enjoying my working through my thought process as far as design goes in my videos. And at first I didn't realize I was actually doing that. And then I went back and listened to some of the videos and I'm like, oh, I really am doing that. So I'm gonna try and make it a little bit more intentional now, including talking about things that I normally would have just skipped out of before I started the video. So this is where I started with this hot mess of a spread. This is a spread about a ugly sweater bar crawl that Patrick and I did over the weekend, and I had a lot of really adorable pictures. Plus I had this brochure with the pub crawl stuff on it, and I printed out this transparency that I had initially made into a 3x4 card, but I really loved it and I wanted it to sort of cover this whole photo. So I printed it out at 6x8. However, this is not working for me, and this is not working for me, and this is not working for me. It's too much, it's too chaotic, it's too black, it's crazy. So this is what the first thing that I started doing, and I really thought about this a lot before I started, how I could fix this. So I really wanted to go with this really cute black card that says, naughty is such a strong word. How about we go with nice-ish, which I thought was pretty hilarious for a pub crawl, a Christmas themed pub crawl at that. So I wanted to really keep that. And this is from my Fa La La Feelings collection. So I'm going to be using, this is also from my Fa La La Feelings collection. So that's what I'm going to be using for this spread specifically. So how do I counteract how black and dark this is? This picture is not a great picture. That's why I initially turned it black and white. And then I wanted some counterbalance here. So I wanted to print another one in black and white. And so I had these sort of offset from each other, so it would be like color, color, black and white, but this just reads as really dark. It matches the colors in my photo, but it just reads as black when you're just glancing at it. So what I ended up doing is two things. First, let's get this. Okay, that's right. First, I ended up printing them in color instead, or this picture in color instead. And then I decided to put a white border around the edge and make it look more like a Polaroid. So then with that one in color, I'm gonna move this photo over here. Sorry, they're both in color, but you get my meaning. And then with this one, I decided to print it in color instead of black and white. So this is still reading sort of dark, but it's a lot lighter and brighter with these white borders around the edges. And as long as I stick with more light embellishments, I think it should be okay. The second thing that was really bothering me is this ugly brochure. Now I want to include it, and I initially punched holes in it so that if I close it, you can open it still in the rings. But it's so ugly, and it's being a graphic designer, it's so poorly designed that it just really bugs me. And I didn't like the separation between the large 6x8 photo of us and this side with that brochure. So what I'm gonna do is I have another 6x8 photo for day 10 on the back here, and I'm just gonna create a pocket in between the two, and I'm going to let it hang out the top so that you can see that it's there, and then you'll be able to slide it in and out. So that's one solution. My last problem was, as much as I love this overlay, the photo behind it, I'm wearing black and black. Patrick's wearing a busy sweater. Obviously, we're wearing ugly sweaters. So it was reading as just too much and too dark, but I really like the effect of it. What I could have done was printed this on vellum instead, but my printer really doesn't love vellum, and this much black ink would have been bad. So what I decided to do instead was just cut down a 6x8 vellum piece, and then I will adhere it to this acetate piece, and that gives me a little bit more of a separation between the photo and the design, and it sort of hangs out a little bit better on top of that photo. It is still a lot, and I totally get if this is just still way too much for you. I just wanted to have a play and see what it would be like if I put this full page transparency in here, and I kind of like it. I kind of love it, actually. So I'm just going to go with it, even though it is very busy. So that's where I started with this spread. Whew, that was a lot of preamble to actually decorating. So because there is so much going on, I'm going to try and keep the rest of it fairly simple. I also am not sure where I'm going to journal. So I need to keep that in mind as well as I'm working through this page. All right. Take this out. I'm just going to leave the brochure in here until I get to working on the next page. What is going on? Where did all that stuff come from? Okay. Bloop and bloop. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, because that's going to annoy me, is I'm just going to run... Oh, someone's been messing with my tape runner. I bet it was a certain 7-year-old who wanted to tape something over the weekend. The first thing I'm going to do is adhere that acetate to the vellum so it doesn't bother me. Yes, you are going to be able to see the adhesive. No, I don't care. Simple as that. If this bothers you, maybe staples instead. Paper clip. Whatever works for you and your adhesive sensibilities. So I'm going to align this. Holes first. That is not working out for me. Let's try that again. Vellum is so touchy. Vellum to adhesive is the fussiest combination ever. Come on. One more time. Move this so it doesn't become a casualty. Hole 1, hole 2. Okay. Does it need any trimming? Nope. Okay, so now we have a vellum print instead of an acetate print. There we go. So I just want to play up the cute, naughty-ish sort of feel of these photos. So I have a bunch of the cute little printed hearts that I can use. I have some mistletoe that is actually sort of large for this photo. So I have to think outside the box because I can't really put it here without it severely hanging over. So maybe we'll cluster it down here instead. I like the dual meaning of holiday cheer. So maybe I will incorporate that. Mistletoe magic. These are all stickers from the printable sticker sheet for Fa La La Feelings. Oh, here's one that says ugly sweater. That's perfect. And then I have one here somewhere. I have Comfy Cozy Are We, which is kind of cute for a sweater. I have one that says Naughty Little Elf. Where did that one go? Oh, here it is. Naughty Little Elf. I'm holding shots there, so it's a bit naughty. And then, let's see, we have some more word bits. Enjoy the season. I really like the concept of including something here, like a 4x6 vertically, that says, Dear Santa, I can explain. Like, not on this, including a new 4x6 in here. Dear Santa, I can explain. But then I would have to have something on the back. But I do like that concept. Okay, so let's start layering. Oh, I do have a tag. I could put my journaling on here. I don't have actually too much to say, so that would probably be a perfect size. Okay, so let's look. Comfy Cozy Are We? I like that there. Maybe with a heart. Not that heart. maybe with this heart. Cute. And then I think this needs something here, so maybe another heart. Nope. Maybe we'll add some gold stickers in from that sticker sheet. Naughty little elf. I don't think this holiday cheer is gonna fit very well. Plus it brings in more of that black, and that probably won't be good with so much black going on. I like it's the happiest season of all with Naughty Little Elf. That kind of makes me happy. And I can't forget that I also need to add in the 9. And I have some gold letter stickers here that I'm going to use for that. So it's a good start. I like that. So let's commit, because that is the point of Scrapbooking Live. Let's start here. And I like to offset these just so that they take up a little bit more room and they're a little staggered across the bottom, just for some visual interest. Then we'll put this one in the center so that it's not the same. Ooh, I just had a thought. I wonder how this would feel. Because I obviously don't need to make sure that the sweaters aren't covered, because I have this big old picture of the sweaters here, and I kind of like the how that feels. So I'm gonna commit. I'm going for it. Don't want it too far up. Oh. Make sure it's centered. Goodness gracious. Easier said than done. All right. There's that. Where is... I lost my favorite scissors. Guess we'll use my second favorite scissors. Cut off the edges. I just kind of like how gaudy it feels with how gaudy our sweaters are. And it's just kind of different and silly. Comfy, cozy are we. Okay, actually, I think that heart, either the ward strip needs to move up or the heart needs to move down, but nope, that is not going to happen. We are going to commit to that design flaw. Okay, that's okay. Remember, it's not about perfection. It is not about having the most beautiful December daily on the internet. It is about scrapbooking your memories and getting it down for your family, because all they're ever going to care about is that you loved them enough to scrapbook their Christmas every year or every other year, or however often you actually get to it. Okay, so actually that is fine with me. Let me look at the gold stickers. There's not really anything tiny left. And plus this gold is a lot different than this gold, so we're just not going to. I have this ugly sweater left still, so I gotta make sure that I incorporate that. And I don't want to do anything to this. This is fine the way that it is. And I think I can't add the journaling back here because it will mess up the whole look of everything. So what if I can put something like this on the outside edge. Maybe if I have another larger journaling block. It's not really a tradition, but it can be. And this gives it something to flip with as well. I don't like the way that the tag looks. I can use the extra part of this to give it somewhere to rest. Okay, I like that. I'll add my journaling here. Maybe instead of holiday traditions. Oh, it's just slightly too small. I could add something here though to cover that up. Or ugly sweater is certainly gonna be too small. I think I will add just like a little heart or something like that and cover up this holiday traditions. So I need I'm gonna use the puffy stickers from Merry and Bright to do it. Oh, I don't really like that red on red. Do I have a different one? I have a star. How about a green star instead? Okay, that's good. Yay. Problem solved. Journaling spot accomplished. Plus it gives me somewhere to cluster around on this photo. There we go. Fun fact, Patrick wore this ugly sweater all weekend after this. He really likes it. He says it's comfy. So I'm highly amused. Okay. So what else do we need over here? Something to make it cutesy. Do I want to add in the hearts? Not that heart. Maybe this black one. Oh, I kind of like that. Hanging off the edge with it. I think that will be good. Then I will make the pocket for the brochure as I move on to the next page. The key to my December daily is always large photos, lots of color, lots of fun. Okay, let me pull out the other ones and I'm gonna pause real quick and move to the other side. Okay, so let's create this pocket and then we will move on to day 10, which is a fun one because it snowed. It's amazing. Okay, so what I need here, and I actually saw Amy Gretchen talk about this on her page, and she explains it brilliantly, and so I encourage you to head on over to her video where she creates a pocket for probably a better explanation than what I can give you. But basically what I want to do here is I just want to create like a channel. I think that's what she calls it, in fact, a channel for this to slide in and out of. And obviously if I don't close the bottom, it's going to go all the way through. And if I just adhere the two together, it's going to move around in the pocket, which I don't want. So I want it to be here. So what she did was she created paper like runners in between her pockets so that she could direct where her tag went. But since this is almost the right size, and since I am incredibly lazy, what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to adhere all the way from here to here and here to here so that I can just create a sticky barrier in between. And I'm going to leave just enough room so that it has a little bit of wiggle room. And then, so I created my barrier instead of with paper. I just did it with tape runner. Make sure it is sticky all the way to the edges. Okay. And then I'm going to adhere front to back. There we go. You can see I have a little bit of, this one was just a touch shorter because I was not having fun. Oh, I hope you could see that. Not having fun with my trimmer. I got a guillotine trimmer and I'm awful with it. I think the thing is that I go too slow, and so it always makes the cut wonky. So then I have to trim off more than I wanted to make it fit. Okay, so that goes in there, and this needs to be facing this way, and it goes right in there. The lazy lady's way to do that. Okay.